Welcome back, and look, new hair. Oh, how good does new hair feel? Welcome to Hey, it's Thursday. No, that's not right. Hooray, it's Thursday. I'm getting a bit carried away here because I'm running late and because I wanted to start at 3, but you know, it's now 1:15 and I'm hoping that a few people will join me. We're gonna make some more Christmas cards. I've got a couple of things to share and yeah. All right, so what you can see there on the screen as I'm sort of jigging it around are the cards that we made on the weekend. Well, kids are home. Well, one kid's home. I think one's out the back. So the other day when we did our group, there was a couple of techniques shown, and this was one of them, and it was a smooshing technique. And I shared the photo the other day, but what I'll do is I'll actually share the technique maybe next week. What do you reckon? And I'll aim to be here at 3 o'clock next week. So, hi Sharon. Yeah, running late as normal. I had lots to do this morning. If you hop on over to the my blog, if anyone's been there, there's a link. I'll pop a link above. We had our blog hop go live for the Scrapbooking Global group this morning, and I was rushing around like a mad lady getting all that ready as well. So anyway, back to this. This card has been made, that's just plain basic white paper. I've smooched some ink on it and we've done a little bit of embossing. So next week I'll show you how to do that one, okay? But one of the other ones that we did, which I really like, the other things that we did was a one sheet wonder. And we had one 6x6 piece of cardstock, which we cut up, a cardstock designer series paper. Sharon, did you go to the South Pacific demonstrator only, I don't know, craft-a-thon along? Yeah, I only finished blogging at 2:30 as well. The craft-along-a-thon, which I'm not going to say again because I just keep stumbling over it. We made cut up a piece of designer series paper and we made these 4 cards out of it. Had a couple of friends over because we're allowed to now, which was really good. So what I thought I'd do is I'll show you how I made these because Christmas is coming and it was good, wasn't it? We all need to get our Christmas cards happening. So that was with my the gingerbread and peppermint sweet that I love, those ones. All right, and I don't know why my Facebook's mucking up. So this time I'm going to use, this is called Sweet Stockings. Aren't they the cutest? And the reason why I'm going to use these is because I actually pulled it out and used it on my page, for my scrapbooking page. Anyone want a sneak peek? You could see it on my blog, but I use this one on my scrap page. And I love this. This has to be my favourite piece in the whole pack. Oh, the kitties and the puppies are cute, but I really love, I keep saying, they go, what's your favourite colour? And I just say Christmas lights when it's December. So I've cut a piece of this one up to 6x6, and then they gave us this. So with that, I've then come along and I've cut up this was our 6x6 piece. I've cut up my 6x6 piece into all the little bits. Where's my big bit? All right, so that's all my little bits of my 6x6, which are not real easy to see on here, but that's okay. You'll see them once I mat them. So that was a 6x6 piece. And then I'm going to mat them all on these pieces here. So we'll take them off that. I'll do a blog post about it, and I'll add these photos to the post, and I'll add these to the post as well, so you've got the measurements as well, okay? And there'll be a link in both the YouTube channel video if you're watching later, and the, oh, I'm missing a piece. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. I have a sneaking suspicion I'm missing a piece. I'm missing piece C. I've got B, D, got all the D's and the B's. Oh, bother. Okay. Here's one I prepared earlier in the whole packet. Not. Okay. So just grabbing another piece of cardstock. If anyone wants to know, this is how I store all my cardstock. These containers are from Officeworks, about $4 each, but every single one of them hangs out in my cupboard and everybody's got their own colour. I might have to yell at that kid that's making a racket in the kitchen. Alright, she's now glaring at me. Love you too, Tara, but you're making a racket.
I'm sorry. Tell everyone I said hello.
Everybody, Tara says hello.
Having wonderful days, and I love them all as well.
Okay, did everybody hear that? If not, you're in luck. Okay.
It's true.
So this one's 8 by 3.
I didn't hear.
Tara, go away. This one's going to be, this is a square. It's going to be 8 by 3 by 8 by 3. If you don't have this new Stampin' Up! Trimmer, you're missing out. It is really nice. The blades are really sharp. Because look, if I can I'll take this out. It's usually really easy. See how big they are? Can you see that? Like, and you can I just keep turning it around so that it cuts both ways. And there's a score tool on there, but we're not using that today. Okay. All right, put that back to the side. Now I have all my pieces. Okay. So I could stand these all up in front of me so I could see what I'm doing, but you know what? I want to do something different on each one. So that's my envelopes. My card bases, and you're thinking why she got the same colour card bases as what she's got card. Well, Courtney's thinking the same thing, but that's okay. My bone folders develop legs, grabbing it from the other table. Back again. What do you mean you're deaf and you can't hear it? Can't hear what? You mean you can't hear Tara? Hey, Belle. Okay, so just going to quickly fold all these. If Miss Tara wanted to be really helpful, actually no, I don't need Miss Tara. Miss Tara's better off over there. Let's quickly score these. Quickly fold the cards. You could score them if you wanted to, but you don't have to. I do find that if I'm using the thick, the basic white thick, you do need to score it. See the difference? It's floppy up a little bit. You can get your hand in there, pop the card on there, and it sits nice and flat, well, in comparison. And this one, I've got my card inners already, but what I wanted to do was I actually wanted to, these look really nice, but I actually want to put, on these ones I'm going to put something different. So I will need some white, bring back in my trimmer, because I didn't get prepared earlier. And white's in a yellow container, so that, you know, because it's white, but so that it's easy to find in the cupboard when they're all hanging out in there, because it's the actual, I use it the most. So I'm tempted to put my white thick in a different colour container as well, but it's not happening yet. So I'd like these to be 14.4. Oopsie. By 14.4, and the reason why I'm picking 14.4 is it's going to give me a bit of a border. And 10.1. Might have to start my Facebook lives earlier so that I don't have to listen to kids. I've been home by myself all day, especially that one that's being a smarty pants. You know, you ask them for 1 hour a day where they just leave you in peace, be quiet, do all that sort of stuff. Nope. Okay. going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to throttle them. Okay. Now this one was actually cut to be the same size as the base card, so we'll be fixing that. That one goes there. Put that one on that one. Have I lost that piece again? That goes on that. No, I haven't. Oh my gosh. Them talking is distracting me, something chronic. Okay. So let's start with this one. Now, I'm not going to do anything to this white one, but
Yes. Yes, Mum.
not yes, Mum. I think Dad just bumped me off my Facebook Live. I'm not sure.
Could we restart?
Nope, I'm still going. It's just that that's not working. Okay. I will go back to figuring out what I'm doing. Okay, let me just go back to where I'm supposed to be. And I'm still there. Good. I'm still there. Oh my gosh. There'll be a big chunk chopped out of the middle if you don't want to watch on replay later. Okay, so since I'm still there. Okay, so with this one, see, it's going to look very similar. I'm just going to go like so. Oops. But I'm actually going to make it a bit crooked and a bit skewy this time. What do you reckon? And then I'm actually going to stamp my sentiment on the bottom. I'm not going to do anything bar that to it. So what I've got with my sentiments, I've got We Wish You a Merry Christmas from the Holly Jolly Wish set. And it's not letting me see my comments now, ladies. So hopefully I'm still here, which I think I am. Okay, so I've got these little globes are old olive, but I'm going to use garden green and cherry cobbler. Okay, out of my markers. Now the packet, they don't come in these packets. They come in a little packet, a thinner packet, but I like them in these ones. So I don't know if anybody has ever. Have you guys done this? Okay. Now I know why my husband was ringing. He wants to know what we want from Coles. And I'm not going to tell him. Alright, so you can tell he doesn't watch my videos. I'm just colouring in with my markers. I've just coloured in the cherry cobbler. Now, I was telling you a little bit, we had a demonstrator only event, so sometimes Stampin' Up! Run, a couple of times a year, Stampin' Up! Runs demonstrator only events, which are loads of fun. And well, as I said, they're demonstrator only, so the only way that you can go to them is if you join. The joining kit's $169. You get $235 worth of product, so you could get enough stuff to make all your Christmas cards for this year and next year. Just saying. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at the list on Messenger, what my children are putting for my husband. That's as crooked as a dog's hind leg. We don't want that nonsense. Hi, Cheryl. Let's try again. Now, the beauty of cardstock, there's two sides to every piece, but you'll see that it's got like an edge, and I showed you last week, if you just roll your bone folder along it. I think Tara's now deliberately just making noise for the sake of it. Okay, we'll try again. Pop my green one. I like doing this, I like having two-tone. And just play with the mouse a bit. Okay. Pop my cherry cobbler back on. Bring it to me, huff it. Make it nice and wet again. I normally stand up when I'm doing a sentiment that needs to be straight. Do you know what? That's better. It's not ideal, but it's better than before. So that is going to do me. I'm going to pop this on here. And I've got some pretty ribbon. And I'm going to pop this on here. Okay, pop some tape at the back. Oh, it's got threads left over from my page from earlier this morning. Okay. And all right. That's the dodgy side. That's the good side. Cheryl knows what I'm doing here. I make her do it all the time. Don't you, Cheryl? So I've popped a little piece of tape over here. I'm going to bring this, oh, that's probably a little bit low, but that's okay. Somewhere on my table in front of me is a pair of scissors. Snip that off there. I'm not pulling it too tight because I want to be able to get it off, just in case. Because what I'm going to do, see how this one's got ribbon trim here and sentiment there? This one's a little bit different, you see. So, and then I thread this under here, make a knot. And then just trim it to where I want it. See? How's that? Don't even have to tie a bow. Okay. Then that, I'm going to use the multi-purpose glue because I like it, but I am going to put that down there just because that ribbon's there. And I want it to stay nice and stuck. How pretty is this ribbon? This is the metallic ribbon. It's in cherry cobbler and gold. I just think it's pretty. Multi-purpose glue. Yeah. A little bit goes a long way because it's squelchy. Hold your tongue right while you put this on here. My plan is to have all my Christmas cards made relatively early in the season so that I don't have to rush like a mad lady. Now, and then these ones are going to go up here. And I'm thinking that they're going to go wonky. wonky, so let's put them together. Could turn one over and make that inside. Oh, I nearly put glue on it. Would have had no choice then. Okay, and that one there. And this one here. Okay. Okay, so that one's going to get stuck down solid. And these ones are going to have some dimensionals, which are hiding under here. Okay. All right. This one's almost done. So has anyone else got this paper? It's really pretty. So many choices. I reckon this would look pretty good with the poppies on it as well. And take this one off. Just throw my dimensionals around everywhere. Almost put that one straight, and then all the others are falling down. Okay, now, whoops, more cotton. These are the little in colour jewels. They're not the right colours, but they still look pretty good, especially these little green ones. So I'm just going to put, oh, I could put a yellow. I'll put a yellow next. And then the green one. I like threes. There you go. And that is one. Now I will do the inside and I will do it after, because I want to get these fronts done. Okay, so that's one. This one here, I'm going to do the same thing as the other card. That's going to stick on there. That's going to stick on there. My sentiment is going to be down the middle, down the bottom. So let's put the stamp it on first. Let me line this up. That's not bad. Okay. So again, colouring in with my markers. Markers are a really good, easy way to get as many colours as you can. They're less expensive than buying every ink pad, and you get every colour in the set. You do have to buy all 10 or 5, whichever. If you're getting the in colours, then it's 5 in a set, but otherwise it's 10 in a set. Get all 10 at once. Colouring on red rubber's fun. It's easier than colouring on, it doesn't work very well on the photopolymer. You really need your Stamparitis then. Now I'm going to huff on it, you'll hear me. So all I'm doing is re-wetting the ink there. Let's see if I can get this straight. Oh man. Right, so my Christmas needs to come down and my Merry needs to go up. Let's try again. Now I have to do this again. Golly gosh. It's twice as much work when you're doing it this way. Should have just put it on the Stamparatus and been done with it. Shouldn't I, Cheryl? Stamparatus is your friend. It stops all this nonsense. That's for sure. Huff and puff and blow the house down. Christmas down a little bit, Merry up a little bit. And let's see. Oh my gosh, it worked. It's perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Okay. Alright, here comes that talking child again. Easy peasy. This one, I'm going to actually put this on dimensionals. Stick the whole thing on dimensionals, but I won't. Just put this one. She must have had a good day at school. She's in the kitchen laughing and chuckling around. Okay. Hope you're all sticking with me through all that nonsense from before. You watch next, he'll show up and be back. I'm going to throttle the kid. I am going to throttle that kid. All right. This time I'm going to do a bow. There's a couple of ways you can do a bow. You can do a normal bow, tie bow. Let me show you another way. If I can find what I want. That one's too big. Oh, I know what. It's got my stamp on it. I want this one. Okay. Yep, I want this one. It's about half the size of that. Right, and there's another child home. Okay, so that's two, all three kids home, and next will be a husband.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
Well, I was a little bit.
All right. Okay.
Until you said that.
All right. So just tying the bow. Okay. I did ask someone to tell Dad that what I was doing, but they're too busy annoying me instead.
Well, what are you doing?
Okay.
What were we telling that?
That I'm doing.
Is there anything in the group chat?
That I'm doing a Facebook Live, and you all need to be quiet. Hi, Myrtle.
I've been doing that. Seriously doubt that there was any chance of that, by the way.
Well, everybody can say hello to my children. Here comes an Eilish.
No! Hello, people.
Okay,
Where is it?
it's there. I'm still playing with my bow. Okay, so I'm going to pop that on there, and I'm going to cut it
There.
about here. All right, distracting me. I don't know.
Very distracting. Wahahaha. It's deliberate.
Okay.
I wouldn't go that far, but whatever.
All right. Little bit of sticky stuff. To hold my bow down.
Is there a lag?
Yes, there's a lag. So,
Yeah. That's a huge lag. Wow.
no, everybody, there's a lag. Olive has just brought to our attention. There's a lag.
What? This is the first time I'm hearing of it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going now. Goodbye.
Can pull that one a little bit tighter. Oh, it doesn't like to come off there. Oh, I could get some pretty... No, don't do it. So that's another way to do a bow. I'm going to stick that. Put some adhesive on here. Lots of adhesive on there. Okay, hold your tongue right, that bit's going up there. Move my bow so it doesn't go on my words. Oh no, wrecked it. This ribbon's a bit, what's the word for it? Likes to fray. Okay. You can stick a glue dot under there if it's not playing nice. Pop this on here. Okay, and hold my tongue right. Oh my gosh, it's crooked. I'm going to blame Eilish. No, and it's too late, I can't move it. If I make my bow a little bit more crooked, no one will notice. Oh my gosh, I can see it so bad. Maybe. Maybe. Did you all know? I'm trying to rescue it. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's crooked and I can't unsee it being crooked. So I'm just butchering it. And if I butcher it correctly, I'll be able to hopefully rescue it. Oh, what a mess. Right, so I used the tool, the Take Your Pick tool's got a couple of different ends. My nice pointy one, which I've been using for my little gems. And it's one like a flat, really thin spadey thing. And it's good for prizing things off. Let's try again. Okay. We just won't tell anyone, won't put as much adhesive on it this time. I'm going to put a little bit more. Now I've got a frog stuck in my throat. I'm going to stand up and do this one. Because you don't get to do that twice. You get one go. Oh my gosh, and everything feels so bumpy. Okay, we're all human. But now it's straight, so I'm much happier. And I'm going to put some gems on here as well, just because they're pretty. Okay, so Emma and Claire shared these cards with us on the weekend when we were doing our demonstrator only event called the Craft-a-thon Along, which was lots of fun. So we got to see some samples, we got to make some cards. They gave us a heads up with what we were doing first, so we could have everything prepared. I wasn't prepared, I'm never prepared. Okay, this one here was this one here. So what I'm thinking I might do with this one, these are supposed to be really quick. It's not happening very quick here for me. Because nobody's going to get all of these cards, in, you know, they're only going to get one. I'm thinking that I might do the sentiment exactly the same on all of them. By the fourth one, I better get it right. Actually, you know, the fourth one it's not going to fit unless I do it something different. Okay, so this one here, I've put the square on an angle. I can do that again if I feel like it. I've got a little bit less room because of the having the extra mat, but I'm thinking that I might not. Then I'm going to have to do them in odd and oh, what am I doing? I'm deleting the chat that keeps popping up on the side of my screen. Okay, so 1, I'm not pushing it down very hard because I might need to move them. And I think I do 2 because it's very I want that gap in the middle to be a bit better. I want it evenish. Is that even a word? Oh my gosh. I'm not having a good day. Don't mind me. I've still got 1,000 things to do today, but that's all right. Okay. And then now it's all sticking up funny. Put a bit of glue under it. No one will know. This one. Okay, can go like so, and then this one here can go like so. All right. I know what I want to do. Where is? Do I want to do this? Just going to pop my, not going to do that. I'm going to pop my sentiment back on the block. Oh no, I put the paper on the... Okay, popping my sentiment back on the block so I can colour it in again. Let's see how I go this time. Let's see if I get it crooked again. Colouring in a Merry Christmas. Anyone got that song, We Wish You a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in your head? If you didn't before, you have now. Sorry. Okay. Half on it. It was Merry Christmas up a little bit. Merry up, Christmas down. Yep. Sweet. And... I'm going to put some glue on the back here. Okay. Right. How many Christmas cards does everyone send out? I send out heaps. Now I'm going to make just a bow. So to make just a bow, I literally loop it over there, loop it over itself and shove it in. And most of the time it plays nice when I'm not on a video. So I normally knock out about 100 Christmas cards that need to be sent out. I also make them for my job where I work. I make about 40 for there to give out to the mums and bubs. I have started a new job. Shh, don't tell anyone, they don't know yet. Well, the place where I've started knows, but the old work doesn't know. But I'm on long service leave from them, so that's fine. I've got plenty of time. Okay. Right. Let's see. Is this going to work for me? Pop that there. Pop that there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make it like a present. Another way to do a bow, because I just stuffed that one up. Same as before, same as earlier where we tied the knot, but I'm going to tie bow. Okay, so pop these under here. Yeah, shh, that's shush, all right. That's okay. I've already seen some of the girls from work in my new job, so I don't think it'll be a secret for very long. Okay, So what I do here, under there, I actually want it that way around, and that bow that I was tying before, I'm going to tie on here. And I tied this same bow last week, where you can move it along to wherever you want. Sort of make this little bit look like a gift. Doesn't it? Okay. Till I get the bow ready, I'm not going to cut it, because as soon as I pull on those ends, they fray. Which is not the look I'm going for this time. Okay, looking pretty sneak. I'm pretty happy with that. So now I can trim my ends. And now it can go on. Again, if you want to, you can put like a little bit of a glue dot or something underneath there just to hold that bow where you want it. I don't have any on my table, otherwise I will be doing that. Okay. I think this needs dimensionals. Let's make it puffy. Okay. Just so that it sticks up a bit. Now, you'll notice I'm putting them on either side of the ribbon because they hold the ribbon down. We'll put one in the middle, one here, one here. Who else uses heaps of dimensionals? I love these things. So, out of one piece of 6x6 designer series paper, 2 pieces of cardstock, 3 pieces if you count my Whisper White piece, and another piece of coloured cardstock. So what's that? 4 pieces of cardstock, a quarter of a piece of the 12x12 designer series paper, and some ribbon. And you've got card number 2, 3. I haven't put bling on it yet. But this time I'm going to use this little pale one. Just 3 little. They're so cute. Okay. 3 little dots. And 1 more to go. Right. So this one here, my last one, I made in portrait. I like to make my cards in portrait. However, my sentiment's not going to fit in portrait because it's not going to fit there. So I could add a piece over the top with my sentiment. You'll notice on this one here, I popped a stamp down the edge just to give it a little bit of extra texture. This one here, I'm actually going to do in this direction. Now that is too big because the measurements are not made for the extra matting. So this one here is cut to fit the piece of the card base. So I need to make it fit my white piece, which was, if I remember correctly, 10.1 by 14 point something, 14.4. So that means this guy has to be 14.4 for what I want to do. And so does this one. I actually think nope, I didn't trim that one. Okay, so these 2 are now trimmed down. See, it even cuts tiny little pieces off. Okay. So I'm going to have a landscape card. And my sentiment's going to go up the top. Now, look, watch this. How good does this look? Because of there's a score tool on here. So I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to score it at 2 centimetres. And then I'm going to score it at 2.4 centimetres. Just because I can. And then, yeah, that's going to work. Actually, it's probably going to be too far away. So let's go, because I want some more room. So let's go here. 2 centimetres is too far. So scratch that, don't do 2 centimetres, do 1 centimetre and 1.4 centimetres. Okay, that's going to look really cute. And then if you want to turn it round, you can eyeball it and do it about there. Because what that will do, just for something different, see how it's given me a bit of pattern? It's given me lots of pattern because I've got a bit carried away. I'm going to put that on the bottom. Because that bit there is actually going to sit there. How cool does that look? Yep, very good. So let's stamp this. Now, there's no room for error here. Otherwise, I have to cut up another piece of white, Whisper White. And I did not prepare earlier for that. But, and it's no longer called Whisper White, it's called Basic White. So if you're searching for it in the online store, you're searching for Basic White. There's Basic White envelopes, Basic White cardstock, Basic White in thick cardstock, and there's also Basic White in 12 by 12, which is quite frequently what I use on my scrapbook pages. Although today I use Designer Series paper. Okay, half on it. Everybody cross everything that I get it straight. Oh, nice. See? I'm very happy with that. So I am going to just glue this piece onto here. Okay. And I'm going to go like so. And then I'm going to stick that on with dimensionals. So, but first, I'm going to put some more ribbon on this end. Now, you can tie a ribbon the normal way, but it ends up buckling, which is why I don't do it. This is just the little one. That's too little. Some people do, if you don't have a block to tie your ribbon around, you can tie it around something that's a bit fatter. You just want to be able to pull it tight on it. That's going to be too big, but you know what, I'll just trim it off. Alright, so around my block. This block's too big for this piece of cardstock, but it'll do the job for now. So just my bow, round my block. I want to be able to pull the bow tight. So, and the block lets me do that. Cardboard or paper doesn't let you do that because it buckles and carries on. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that ties bows like this. Okay. Pull my bow out a bit. I'm going to cut that tail long because I want it to, and then it's a matter of moving it to how you want it. Okay, just because I can cut this one in the middle because of the way that it's done. Do I want my bow to go that way? Or do I want my bow to go that way? Oh, there's my answer. Bow on the side that way. Okay. I've got to hold my tongue right when I'm doing this. And by putting dimensionals underneath this one, which is what I'm going to do, it will all stay. Which one? The latest bow, Sharon? I tied it around the block. So, I guess you want me to show you again. Right, so what I did with the bow for Sharon is I tied it around my block. Tie a knot, well, sort of. Get my bunny ears happening and go round. That should be on that side. And ta-da, we have at the moment a dodgy looking bow, but then you just neaten it up. You can end up with like little soft fat ears or big ones. Alright, so it's tied around, looks like a little present, doesn't it? And then all I did was I literally you can either slip it off and cut it, so it means that you can wiggle the bow to where you want it, but it gives you a nice big fat loop. And then depending on where you want to put the bow, depends on where you cut. So for this case, it didn't matter. I wanted the bow there, so I could cut this back loop in the middle. If I wanted the bow to go over something bigger, where's an example on my table? There isn't one. If I wanted the bow to go over something bigger, say I wanted it on the side over here, I could cut my loop just here so that it just sneaks around the back like that, and then that long piece will go around. It wouldn't go around this piece, it's too big, but that long piece will go around a bigger piece like so. So you can actually put your bow where you want it, and it makes quite a nice little bow. Okay, I'll save that one for later. I'm not going to trim it in case I want to put it somewhere else. But and then I've just stuck it to the back. Okay, how's that? It's a nice little trick. It's great. It makes it really easy because you can actually pull some force on the block. So it is cool. It works really well, especially with ribbons that fray. So extra spare dimensional, and here we go. Actually, this set's turned out really nice. Might have to make some more of these ones. Make some ones with the puppies. If I strategically cut the puppies so I'm not chopping their heads off when I cut them out, or if I was to buy the frames, the dies in the catalogue, then I could actually just, cut them out with some of the dies, because there's some on there that do cut out. And I want that to go there in between my lines that I made. They are quick and easy cards. I'm taking forever, mind you. And then making sure I'm the right way up. Who's done that before? I'd like to see a few hands saying yes, they've done it before. Put the card on the wrong way. Okay, I'm going to stand back up again. Doesn't that look pretty? Oopsie, pulled on my bow wrong. It needs a glue dot as well. So I'll just stick a glue dot under that bit. They're on the other table though. And put some bling on it. Just wondering where I'm going to put the bling. 3 on all the others. I still really want to put 3 on this one. Maybe under this Merry Christmas. Because that bow, I don't want to take away from the bow. And I've run out of the dark colour. Oh look, you watch. Here comes another person home. And I already used all the red ones on here. No, there wasn't any red ones. I'd already used all a lot of the little green ones on something else I made. So this one's getting those ones. Ta-da! Now, what am I going to do with my envelopes and my inners? Well, I'm thinking I might get you to check back on my blog for that, because I'm actually going to just pop on those. Have to make sure I do one the correct way. I'm going to use another piece of that same designer series paper, because I've still got a couple of pieces left, and I'm just going to put lines of it on there so that you can see. But yes, they are quick and easy cards. Here's all the fronts of them. Okay. Don't mind my messy desk. All right, how's that? Ta-da! So, that's a packet of designer series paper, a roll of ribbon. So the designer series paper is just shy of $20. And that particular one is the sweet stockings. So a roll of designer series paper, a roll of ribbon, a packet of coloured cardstock, and a packet of basic white cardstock, and a packet of envelopes. And you can make a lot of Christmas cards with that. Oh, and don't forget your bling, because bling's always good. If you're not sure what colour you're going to use, we do have these in a silver colour. So you can, they're just the basic rhinestones, and there's also basic pearls that you can get, which are white. And you can colour the basic pearls and the basic rhinestones with, if you've got any alcohol markers, you can colour them in with those. So yeah, so great little way to do lots of Christmas cards, really fast. The stamp set I used was Holly Jolly Wishes. I really like this one. I think the Jingle All the Way and Have a Holly Jolly Christmas is going to be really cute with the puppies. I think I might end up doing a lot of Christmas cards just like this, just because they're easy and they look good. Oh. Sharon, I think you need to buy this sweet. I haven't got the stamp set, and I haven't got the dies that go with this designer series paper, because as much as I'd like to have one of everything, my credit card says no. So I have been a little bit picky this time, but I do love the paper. So I'm thinking that these would make a really cute set. These probably would be a bit hard to cut, so that they could do to make them like I don't know that that'll work. If I fussy cut those, they'd work. And there's pretty pictures there's pretty patterns on the back as well. So I've used that one on my scrapbook page, so it's not here. And then there's another stocking page. Where's the other stocking page? And there's another page that's missing because I've used it too. So that's that one. There's another stocking page. And I've used the page that's got all the doggies and the cats all tangled up in their, what's it called? In the designer series paper. No, tangled up in the lights. Oh my gosh, stumbling over my words. Okay. So they're cute as well. You can cut these little stockings out with the dies, I believe. But and then look, there's stars on the back that matches those little boxes critters really quite nicely. But yeah, I use that piece on my page as well. Want to see my scrapbook page? Just going over here and picking it up. This is my scrapbook page from earlier today. Okay, so I'll pop it up. as well. You'll get to see a picture of that on the Facebook page and doing that. Okay. Cheers. Thanks for popping in and joining me. It was nice to have a little bit of a chat to some of you. And I'm going to see you all later.